Hey, I'm Al McGee with YETicket.com. Well, the film I'm going to talk about right now is called The Violent Heart. Well, this is about a young man. His name is Daniel. And at the age of 9, he was into motorcycles, fixing carburetors, riding them, and things like that. He lives in a very small town in Tennessee. He has a sister. She's a little bit older than he is. And one night he sees his sister pack her bags and run to a car, and the car takes off. Now, the mother and father is not around, so he follows the car on his motorcycle and finds out that the car is parked alongside of the road. He sees his sister with another man, and he turns his head away. He hears 2 shots fired. The man is gone. Then he goes over there looking for his sister and finds her in a hole, and he helps take her to the hospital. Now, Daniel is played by Jovan Adepo. Man, this is a very good actor. I like this kid. And this film is directed by Kareem Senga. And he also wrote the script to this film, The Violent Heart. Now, after this, or that scene that you see, it goes to 15 years later. You see Daniel, he's a car mechanic, and now he wants to go to the Marines. Like I say, he has a mother and a father. His mother played by Mary J. Blige, and his father's played by Chris Williams. But Chris Williams is a Marine. In the beginning of the film, you see him at dinner one time. You only see Chris Williams in the film one time. But you see Mary J. Blige in a few scenes in the film, which is a delight to see. Well, Daniel meets Cassie, played by Grace Van Patten. She's a 18-year-old high schooler. She's a senior. And you see her in the class. Her father is the teacher, which is played by Lucas Haas. And, they have a very good relationship at this time. And next thing you know, Daniel and Cassie gets together. They develop a relationship. Of course, their parents, I'm talking about Cassie's parents, well, they didn't like it, or they don't like it. So, those things go on in this film. Okay, I don't want to give a lot of things away in this film, but let me say this. First of all, for the director, Kareem Senga, and he wrote this, I cannot figure out what he was trying to do or what he was trying to say in this film. Like I said, in the beginning of the film, you see this young lady, young black woman gets killed, but then it goes to 15 years later. It doesn't talk about how they tried to solve that mystery or solve that murder. It doesn't talk about that at all in this film. And not only that, we see that Daniel, now he's a convicted felon. A convicted felon because he hit a kid and blinded him in one eye. It's a whole lot of things in this film that needs to be asked and answered. And also, his father only shows up one time in the film, and then they talk about him later that he's stationed in Afghanistan. Again, that's something else that needs to be asked and answered. Again, like I said, it's a small town in Tennessee. And we don't know what the extent of how they tried to figure out the murder of this young lady. But it does show how the family grieves and still grieving about this incident, about the murder of the daughter and sister. Now, Daniel has a younger brother. His name is Aaron. But again, they have some issues too in this film. Well, I can keep talking about all the issues of this film that I had with this film, but I'm going to rate this film. I'm only going to give this film 2 palm trees out of 4, 2 stars out of 4. I'm going to make it an average film only because the cinematographer, Ricardo Diaz, did a great job with that. And I say the acting. At least the actors were very good in this film, but boy, the plot and the direction that it was going did not grab me at all. Well, please see the film for yourself. You can get it on video on demand called The Violent Heart. Look for it. Look at it. Then let me know, what do you think about this film? The Violent Heart. I'm only going to give it 2 palm trees. Hey, I'm Al McGee with YETicket.com. Thanks for watching my review.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest movie.